Natural solutions to money, relationships, wellness, and more. Shine a light onto your day and into your life. Power Your Life with Dr. Joanne White.
Welcome to Power Your Life. I'm Joanne White, your host. If you're a Housewives fan, you'll recognize my special guest today. She's the cannoli-making, sweet treat baking housewife who starred on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th season of the hit Bravo reality show, The Real Housewives of New Jersey. And now she's proving that she's truly a culinary goddess with her first ever dessert cookbook entitled Indulge. Delicious little desserts that keep life real sweet. Kathy Wakili is here. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me, Dr. White.
It's my pleasure. I love the title. So let's
Thank
just talk
you.
about the title for a minute, and then we're going to get some really interesting questions about
Okay.
Real Housewives.
Sure.
How'd you come up with this incredible title?
Well, it was based on something I said during one of the episodes in the show, and what I said was we were talking about having dessert and how really skinny girls maybe deprive themselves of dessert. And I said, you know, sometimes I see really skinny girls and they're not happy. Have a little cupcake, indulge, it's not going to kill you. So that's what I was saying, and it really stuck. And it was about not so much, you know, that they're really skinny girls, you know, some of them really try to be and some don't, but, you know, desserts are made to make you happy. And not overindulging, but having a little sweet treat, it does make you happy.
It makes you happy, and
Yes.
it's good for your soul, and you don't want to walk around life feeling deprived.
Exactly. No one ever said, I'm really unhappy while they were eating ice cream. No one.
I love
ever.
ice cream.
Right. So, I mean, it's okay to have a little sweet treat once in a while, as long as you don't overdo it. It's all about finding the balance.
Right, and balance is so important. Speaking of balance,
Yes.
you're a housewife, you're on the
Yes.
TV show, you now have this cookbook, and you do so much, and you're raising your family. How did you get started on Real Housewives?
I got started when the casting agent approached me to do the show, and I actually thought it was a hoax at first. I never thought, you know, that I'd be part of a reality show. I thought really they were coming to scout me out to do a cooking show, and I was very excited about that because that's my passion.
Right.
I love being in the kitchen and creating different things. So, and when they told me it was the Real Housewives of New Jersey, I really started to think long and hard about, you know, putting my family out there on national TV, and you know, it's a big step to take.
Well, yeah, because it's not just you. Like you said, your whole
Exactly.
family has been on TV, and a
Exactly.
lot of information gets exposed. How did you come to agreeing to do it with your family? Because you talked with me earlier that you had to have a conversation.
Oh, absolutely. It would have been nothing that we would even have considered doing unless my children were on board and my husband was on board. And when I approached them, we had a nice family, you know, discussion, conversation over and over again. And they were very, you know, excited about it. And we made a pact in the very beginning. And because there's a lot of things that are always said,
Right.
gossip and, you know,
Rumors.
bloggers and rumors and, you know, sensationalism of what happened
Right.
on a TV show. And we discussed that whatever happens outside of the show or outside of our home, that we wouldn't discuss it with anyone else besides ourselves. And don't ever let someone's perception of your reality actually change your reality.
So did you have to come back at times and really sort
And
that
regroup?
out?
Sure. Like if we knew that we were covering something and something happened while we were in scene and we were not comfortable about it, or we were not sure how it would be portrayed in the public eye, we would regroup. And we would tell each other, this is what really happened, and you know, there might have been a misunderstanding or gotten, you know, out of control, and we nipped it in the bud really early on.
Can you recall something specific with that?
I think when my husband and I started, when I started my business,
Right.
I started my dessert business, and it was going through that process. We were having a lot of discussion about my vision and his vision. And his vision is dollars and cents, and it's a business. Mine was the creative end. And so he was teaching me a lot, and it was hard because we went from the transition of being husband and wife to now being business partners. And so the cameras did capture a lot of our conflict, which is natural
Right.
in a marriage.
Right.
And so I wanted the children to know that these things were happening. We were having conflicts. We were having disagreements on each of our vision for which way this company was going to go. And they had to understand that this was a part of life and not to take it so serious because mom and dad are fine and we're
Right.
together.
Right.
And, TV is going to make it look like maybe we were having some marital issues, but we were not. We were just finding our new adjustment.
Right. Well, it's also it's a challenge, like
It
you
sure
said,
is,
to
yeah.
actually be husband and wife, related to husband
Yes.
and wife, and also have a business together.
Exactly.
And unless there is a lot of conversation, and who isn't going to have disagreements?
Of course.
The beautiful part is that the merge, and you and I talked about it
Yes.
too, is that he's bringing to it the dollars and cents part, as
Absolutely.
you said. It's
Right.
critical to running a business, and you can't have that without the creativity either. So I think it's not only a perfect match, it's a perfect marriage.
Absolutely, it's a perfect balance, a perfect partnership, and with that, you have to understand each other's needs and each other, and have the common goal,
Right.
and know that if you're on the same page for the same goal, and understand each other's the yin and yang, how you work together and what your strengths are, and admire each other's strengths, but at the same time learn from one another.
And it's a wonderful process.
Yeah,
So where
it
are you
is.
with that today?
So that's doing really well, and it was an online business at first, and now we're in the process. I'm in the process of rebranding, making a completely new brand for my dessert company, and getting it retail ready for stores and gourmet shops and retail, so it could be available throughout the country, nationwide, and not just stores, and not just online, but in stores as well.
Yes, so that'll be happening soon.
That's happening soon.
Perfect.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Well, I'm excited to see
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
And we'll be right back. More with Real Housewives of New Jersey star Kathy Wakili, who's going to get personal when she answers some of your Twitter questions when Power Your Life returns.